Charisma, also known as Oracle Gems. And I am coming at you live from paradise. And you hear the birds tweeting and tooting. I don't know. Tweeting and tweeting. And what is today? Today is, I don't know what day of the week it is. It's Wednesday. Oh, yeah, it's my born day. If you don't know your born day, that means you probably don't know your astrology, which you definitely should. And you should have your cartography. All of those should be done for so you can have the cheat codes to your life, and knowing your triggers. And really, if you just dedicate yourself to studying yourself. Anyways, I just feel like you need it. Anyways, that's it. That's that. Wednesday is ruled by Mercury. Ooh, it's stank down here. See, it's up. Ooh, it's really bad. Let me turn around. This is why I don't like the city. The cities are stank, y'all. The cities are dirty. The cities in America are filthy. And when you really start tapping into the higher vibration and leaning into God, really certain senses get unlocked and it starts smelling so bad. And I'm like, it's like a feature. And I'm just like, can we turn that feature off? Because I don't want to smell the depths of everything that's underneath that you can't see. I don't want to smell it. Like, I literally would start smelling the infrastructure. Like, you start smelling the chemicals that are inside of the concrete. You'll start smelling the sewage, the entire sewage everywhere you walk. Everywhere smells like poop, like pee, and like garbage. And everywhere you start smelling the fumes. The formaldehyde, like, it's literally just stuck in the air, and it's like none of the air is clean. We're not breathing clean air. So, like, don't be a mouth breather. Make sure you're breathing through your nose, y'all. Be safe out here, because your nose has a natural filtering system. And side note, that's why I like to take smoke up my nose, not smoking it through my mouth. That's just me. Y'all do whatever you feel. But yes, y'all, it's real. It's really what they say as the end times, right? It's biblical, it's prophetic, it's also mentioned in all of the books. So even the Bhagavad Gita speaks of the 4 stages or the 4 cycles all throughout life. And this would be the end times. This would be considered, I would say, maybe like near the ends, which is where we're at, of Kali Yuga. Just kind of wrapping it up with the false paradigm worship. And it's hard. I'm not gonna say it's hard, okay, to like navigate these realms like effortlessly, like it's because you have like you're on like a teeter of like, okay, this is why you just have to be spirit led, like literally. You just have to, like, that's why they say the way is Christ. Like, that's why people are having all these signs that Jesus is back, Christ, end times. Like, you see people on the corner of the street like doing that because like it's true. Like, Christ is the way, and like you take that how you want to take it. Like, we have Christ conscious, activating Christ consciousness within yourself, literally the reactivating of your DNA. And so we can all reach like this higher, it's really our original state of being. We went through a fall, and now it's time to rise. And there's so many people getting back into it. And I'm just thinking, like, right now for myself, as far as these videos, like, I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. I guess I'll know when I post it, because I just feel like I usually would talk about topics that I think would be interesting, or I would I would kind of go with the flow and maybe talk about my day, which is why I want to do vlogging. When I actually get a camera and I can edit things through a software, so I can, like, it's just, that would be way better. So I can like film and stop and go to different areas, and I want to do that so bad, like, especially when I travel, because I just feel like I'm going through so much, like, I feel like I'm so complete, like, with all of these things that is not of God, like, not of Christ, like, that, not of God. Like, I just say of Christ because that is a full ultimate Christ consciousness, is full embodiment of love, and that is the heart and the soul. And anything that does not like feed and support, uplift humanity and all source of creation is like the devil. And these phones is a part of that. And I'm just like, I don't know, I just really want more in-person interactions, I guess. See, and that's why I was like, it's not easy. It's hard, like navigating the realms and finding like a balance. I can't remember the exact words I was gonna say, you see. And it's just like not being in the world, but no, of course we know we're not like of the world, but being in the world, not of it, and like knowing how to be here and how to still utilize the systems and even the false ones, like still all of the utilizing all of the things that's gonna benefit us, but at the same knowing you know what it is. And for me, I'm not gonna say it's hard, I'm not gonna speak that upon anybody else, but for me, from my experience, it has been a little bit challenging to navigate it and like still like be like, okay, can't, like for food stamps, like I was side-eyeing food stamps, like nah, I worked for them, they were crooked, like they wanted me to lie, they wanted me to like go against integrity. I'm like, wow, I don't want none of that, I want none of the, but I'm like, dang, it would come in clutch, like, you know what I mean? So it's like stuff like that is like, I mean, if you can use it. Like they giving out free money, apparently, the government. So it's like, why would you turn that down if you still gotta pay for stuff? Like, you know what I mean? So it's just stuff like that I've been thinking about within myself, as far as like how to utilize the system. And it's just like, part of me sometimes is like, burn it all, and then the other part is like, well, it's not, it's still here. So it's like, are you gonna use it or like pout and complain about it? I don't know, this full moon has been interesting. That's actually was the original purpose of me grabbing this, clicking the film button. I was going to talk about the full moon energy and its effect on me personally, and how, of course, I like to bring it into a collective, because all of the wombs are connected, all the women, we're all connected collectively. And I feel like what I'm going through, some of the things I go through, is kind of like reflective on a large collective scale, and other women could be experiencing it as well. Oh yeah, I didn't want to walk down it because of the smell. I've been trying to walk as I talk. But yeah, so like just being called to reflect deeper, like deeper into your waters. So like, because we're creators, right? So we're made literally to manifest. You're made, we reproduce beyond just sexual reproduction. We're creating all the time. We create the paradigms, we create all our lives, or whatever Willow was singing. Anyways, yeah, like literally, so it's like, what are we going to create from a state of full awareness and consciousness? What are we trying to create next here on this earth, on this planet, on this plane, within our own individual lives? And of course we want to connect with other people, because it's just a giant grid, and that's networking. We're constantly networking. So it's like your soul tribe, that is the organic network that does not take any sort of efforts. It's a little gift shop. See my brain. I might go in there. It's very cultural, it's very Cuban. But it's like, what are we willing to tolerate? And for me, like, I've been going more so in the channel mode. So like, whatever spirit, being a vehicle for God, like once you surrender and you really like let yourself fall into that surrender dance, that effortless abundant flow, and letting God lead, letting the Godhead literally vibrate and pulse through your my stomach, you see, my spirit body. See, I just have freaking cashews, and you see, I can't even with the nuts. Like, why you had cashews, girl? It was like these little, it was a small little pack. What's that smell again? Oh Lord. Oof, I can't stand that smell. Of it was like cashews and walnuts, or yeah, I don't know, whatever type of nut that was, hazelnut. And I was just munching on them, and now my stomach hurts. And yeah, you see, when I tap into higher vibration, if I previously was eating something low vibrational, I'll start feeling it in my body, and my body's like, gotta get rid of it. That's why I'm like, oh, should I just not eat food? Because That's why I'm like leaning towards liquids, because I'm like, babes, I had a craving for chocolate earlier, and that's what I just satisfied. The nuts was covered in like chocolate and like coffee, like sprinkled dust or whatever on the nuts, and they were good, and I was just satisfied my craving. But then my stomach would be like, okay, solids, gotta get rid of it. It's been getting rid of it so quick, and I'm just like, okay, I might as well not eat food. Like, there's no point. And I'm just leaning on it more. And I had tacos yesterday. The tacos were so good, mushroom tacos. And then after I ate them, I just felt like I just stuffed myself. And I'm just like, okay, those were really good, but I think it's just time to kind of wrap it up. I've been feeling this for months. I just could not get the watermelon, because y'all know my situation. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you need to get familiar with my page, I guess. I don't know. But just being out here, essentially, I'm just being transparent. Essentially on the streets, it's like, I can't chop a watermelon. I can't go get a watermelon, chop it, and juice it, and I don't have any of that. I want to do that watermelon fast so bad. That's what I really want. Or at least mono diet or whatever. Like mangoes, apricots, peaches. I feel like those are a good combination. But I don't know. I'm just really studying my brain, studying myself. And that's what this full moon has been calling me to do. And who cares? Why not speak the truth? Like, that's the confrontation that I wanted to bring up for myself. And maybe you might feel this resonates as another woman, especially I just feel like black women essentially. I was highlighting how black women are just over graceful, and I feel like I do have this sometimes that comes up for me as well. And we're just so nurturing, and we really are so genuine. Most of us, some of y'all, we're not gonna even go there, but it's just like, why's my bag open? Why the fuck is my bag open? Hold on, y'all, pause. Sometimes I just leave my bags open, and then I walk away. I gotta stop doing it. I just have so much, I guess I'm comfortable. I have so much trust at this point. Anyways, I mean, I usually will feel when I shouldn't leave them, but I feel comfortable. Like, it's fine. But it's like, we give so much grace, so it's just like, for me, it's like, what's coming up in my mind, like lots of stuff is coming up from my I guess subconscious or unconscious mind, and also just stuff that happens. I wouldn't even say subconscious. I feel like it resonates more to say like putting it on the shelf. So like I would say, I call it putting it on the shelf, because like something will happen and I have to like bypass it in the moment, because I'm moving, I'm going, I don't have time to like sit and process it and confront the person. Like, I don't have time for none of that. Like, things are just happening really fast. I put it up on the shelf for later, and like an hour later, I'm just like, or even like 10 minutes later after they walk away, it's like, did that just happen? And I just have to like go through and confront it, because I'm like, I know I had the reaction, but I didn't want to like, I just intuitively feel like sometimes you intuitively feel like you're not supposed to express certain things that come up into your mind space to the person that you're talking to. And sometimes that will happen, so I just go put it on the shelf and I'll just confront it later. And this is what happened to me the other day. I met this beautiful lady. And it's beyond this lady. I've been meeting a lot of Christians who would come up to me and they would kind of like, they would read me, bro. Like, they would read me, clock me, and all the things. And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. You have a good point. And I just, they always keep telling me, like, the crystals, let them go. The card reading, like the card decks, like, let them go. And I'm just like, I don't even do tarot. Like, they always mention tarot. And I'm like, I don't do tarot, but actually, Spirit led me away from tarot specifically. So I can see why y'all could be against tarot, but that was my guidance. But the oracle decks, that's what I do. Y'all know I do oracle readings. And I just felt like, and after the lady, it really clicked in my brain, because I had like 3 or 4 Christians tell me, like, let that go, that's demonic, that's not of Christ, you don't need it. And then someone specifically, I challenged someone specific. Some of them you can't go too deep with, but there was one Christian that I spoke to. I challenged them a little bit. I was feeling like they would be understanding, and they basically explained, like, it's not even that it's demonic, it's just kind of like, you don't need it. Like, one girl, she explained, like, you just simply don't need it. You just need the love of God and the love of Christ, and like, that's the protection. Like, you get everything. Like, you don't need those crystals. Like, you don't need. But they always see it as something that we're worshiping. It's not like we're bowing down to a giant amethyst every morning. I mean, some people might, And I was thinking of Cabal, they be walking around that giant square, but it's not the actual thing. It's a representation of what the thing means. That's the ritual. It's not that they're actually worshiping the crystal itself as creation. Like, we didn't see no babies come out that crystal, you know what I mean? So like, that's not what they're doing, y'all. That's not what it is, what the stuff is used for. And that's even like tools. That's like saying candles are demonic. But we've been using candles in rituals since the beginning of time, basically. Fire was always used in rituals. So it's like, is fire dancing demonic too? Like, you see, it's just like our herbs are demonic. So the salad you ate was demonic too. Like, it comes from the same source as the crystal. So it's just like, we're not worshiping these individual things. Nobody's worshiping. Look, some people, I can see how they may think that, because sage and Palo Santo, like, the sage is skyrocketing, right? It's so popular. Everybody feels like they need sage to get rid of demons, but like, really, you just do need prayer, and the God does that. And I can see where they come from with that. But it's like, that's not what I'm doing. And that's why I was just like, should I just stop what I'm doing? Because I was like, dang, this connection is a beautiful connection, and I just felt like I didn't want to. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous, y'all. I always walk past the thrift store. And this ain't no regular thrift store. Like, this ain't no, like, Goodwill. None of that. This is a thrift store. Not a thrift store. It's a vintage thrift store. So, like, all of the things from, like, the 40s, the 30s, the 20s to the 50s. They got the 20s, actually, from all the way from the 20s to the 80s. The finest of fabrics, the finest of styles. Like, some of the stuff could go up to easily $200 because it's vintage. Like, it's been in tip-top shape since the 50s. Like, so the prices go up. And it's gorgeous. They have the most gorgeous stuff in there, and that's what I have my eyes on. And I couldn't afford nothing in there last time. And I told them, when I get money to afford it, I'm gonna come back and buy a lot of things. I could easily drop $300 in there, bro, because a lot of them fabrics are very pricey. But it's like stuff that was from all the way back in the day, same exact item. It's just in perfect condition still. Like, it's the same thing. And it's just the quality. That means the quality is so good. It can go for decades and decades and decades and still be in good shape. Like, now everything's cheap, y'all. They're cutting corners, y'all. But yeah.